Hi everybody. I was just working on this Sea Perch Robo Nation robot. It's an underwater robotic vehicle, and I'm hoping we'll be able to use it in challenges or competition games with you guys someday. My bad. Let me introduce myself. My name is Miss Sonia, and if you've noticed my badge, no, I'm not a policewoman or a security guard or an FBI agent. I'm an environmental inspector, and I work for the City of Memphis Stormwater Department. The Stormwater Department regulates and tries to eliminate pollution into our streams, rivers, and lakes. Stormwater is just another word for rain or snow. So think of us as the rain police. It's our job to stop pollution that may enter our storm drains and our ditches, which are often actually channelized creeks, that can make our water bodies like streams, lakes, and rivers unhealthy for animals and people. But today I get to perform one of my favorite job duties, which is educating kids about how to help save the planet. But first you got to know how the planet works, where you fit in it, and how to work with it. So today I want to talk to you about our rivers in or around Memphis, renewable resources and water availability, the urban water cycle, stormwater pollution, wetland ecosystems, sustainability, and how you can help. But I want to do it in Miss Sonia style and have some fun. So let's play a game. After each topic, we will play Go with the Flow, the new stormwater game show. Teachers, if you are showing this to your class and want to pause for them to write what they think the answer is, there will be a brief prompt on the bottom right of the screen that looks like this. Pause it then before the answer is given. Please see our department's contact information at the beginning of this video to reach out to us for prizes for your participating students and additional education opportunities.
Welcome to Go with the Flow, the Stormwater Trivia Game Show.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Let's go! Woo!
Here's your host, Mississippi.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Go with the Flow. I'm going to start by introducing myself, and then we'll flow down the line so the viewers can learn more about the contestants. I am your host, Miss Mississippi River. I am the biggest river in the United States of America. My mother's name was Lake Itasca, but some people, which means Elk Lake, but most people call her Omushkowa. I am 2,320 miles long from Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico. I drain stormwater from 31 states and 2 Canadian provinces. I'm used for navigation by animals and humans, as well as drinking and other water-related needs, like agricultural irrigation and industrial manufacturing. Now let's meet today's contestants.
Hi y'all. I am Louise Lusahatchee River. I am 64 miles long. I am originally from Hardeman County, which is east of Memphis. I am used primarily by humans as an agricultural irrigation source. But I supply water for many plants and animals all the way to meet up with Mississippi in Fraser every day.
Okay, so yeah, I'm Westbrook Wolf River. I'm from the state of Mississippi. I was born from Baker's Pond in Holly Springs National Forest, like right out of the ground, man. I like traveling, taking the scenic route for about 90 miles to Memphis. I supply water to whole ecosystems and to many cool animals. Man, even a few alligators. A lot of people like to ride on my back in canoes and kayaks. And I like cruising through Raleigh and Midtown, dude. Then I catch up with you, Mississippi. Downtown, somewhere above Mud Island. Way cool.
Hey, I'm 99 Kind of Creek. I'm a little over 29 miles long. I start out east near Collierville, but west through Hickory Hill, Whitehaven, and take a little rest at McKellar Lake too. Mississippi and I always meet downstream, and I'm not always as famous as Westbrook. I keep to myself, watering the ecosystem and stuff, polishing my mammoth tooth and tusk fossils,
Great! Let's go over the game rules. There will be 5 rounds, 1 round of questions after each infomercial. The question and answer choices will be displayed on the board and read aloud. Our game contestants will answer questions about each topic by rising up to the challenge. So here's round 1. Let's flow! How many rivers flow through or beside Memphis? A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5?
Oh, I think B3.
I could watch that all day long. Sorry, Louise. The answer is 4. Let's review the map. Mississippi River is 1, Loosahachie River is 2, Wolf River is 3, and Nonconnell Creek is 4. Let's move on. Which river drains stormwater from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico and was named after an elk? A, Loosahachie, B, Mississippi, C, Nonconnell, or D, Wolf?
The answer is B. Lock it in.
That's correct, the Mississippi.
The 2-point bonus question.
From which river does Memphis get its drinking water? A, Loosahachie, B, Mississippi, C, Nonconnell, D, Wolf, or E, none of the above?
The Wolf. D?
Oh, you should have seen your face. Oh, sorry, Nandi. The answer was E, none of the above. Memphis used to drink from the Wolf River, which was very unhealthy, but the Memphis Sands Aquifer was discovered in 1887 and is still some of the best water in the United States. Memphis has been drinking from it ever since. That concludes round 1. We'll be back after this refreshing infomercial. Please stay tuned. All of our water on the planet is repeatedly recycled through the Great Water Cycle. Water may be one of the most important renewable resources we have. A renewable resource is a resource which can be used repeatedly and replaced naturally. Examples of renewable energy resources include the sun as solar energy, turbine energy from wind, geothermal energy from internal heat from the earth, hydropower from water, and biomass energy from plant and animal material like woods or biofuels. But all living things on the planet, plants, animals, and humans, need water to live and stay healthy. And although when you look at Earth from space and see all of that water, not all of it is available for use by humans or even all animals or plants. Let's say this bowl of water represents all the water on our big, beautiful blue planet. 97% of the water on our Earth is in oceans. It's very salty, and we humans can't drink it. So that leaves roughly 3% of Earth's water as fresh water. Fresh water is used by humans and plants. Now, of that 3%, about 67% of that is frozen in glaciers, which we still can't use. So that leaves us with roughly 1% of Earth's fresh water in our rivers, lakes, and streams. That's called surface water. Many people all over the world use surface water for drinking, bathing, cleaning, manufacturing, growing food, recreation, and more. We also share surface water with a countless number of animals. Now peep this knowledge. 30% of that 1% is found underground and it's not accessible to everyone. That's why Memphis is so lucky to have access to the Memphis Sands Aquifer. An aquifer is an underground permeable layer of rock, gravel, or clay containing spaces that can hold water. Permeable is an adjective that describes materials that allow liquid or gas to pass through it. Even if everyone could access the Earth's groundwater, there are 195 countries in the world. So that's like all of us sharing this much water. That's why we can't take water for granted and risk polluting it. We see pollution in surface water resources, but groundwater can also be contaminated. So we have to be more careful. I like that Memphis has many rivers, but I don't think any of us want to drink from them.
Welcome to round 2. Let's flow.
Which one is one of our most important renewable resources? A, oil, B, water, or C, diamonds?
That's easy. B, water.
What is an aquifer? A layer of porous rock underground that holds groundwater. B, a heifer or female cow bathing in a river. Or C, a wind turbine energy source.
Well, let's see. If I use the process of elimination, I've never seen a cow bathe in a river. That's crazy. Aqua means water, wind is air, so I'm going with A.
Good job, Nandi! An aquifer is a layer of porous rock underground that holds groundwater.
The 2-point bonus question.
Which is not a permeable material? A, sponge, B, the ground, or C, a street?
It's totally a street. Lock that in.
Correct! Awesome sauce!
All right, that's the end of round 2. Join us again when we level up in round 3 after this short break, sponsored by the imaginary 3R Ocean Plastic Reduce, Recycle, Reduce Challenge Tour.
Check out this weird but cool STEM version of the water cycle where we will learn more about groundwater. Let's pretend this is the sun, and the process of evaporation is already happening, forming these clouds in the condensation process. And then the storm water falls from the clouds as the precipitation process. So in our model, bottle 1 at the top has the ground or grassy cover as our permeable surface, which allows rain or storm water to pass through or infiltrate into the ground. In bottle 2, the middle, is our groundwater. Groundwater can collect in an aquifer like you see here, or it can be an underground stream. Sometimes groundwater comes up to the surface as springs, which adds water to our rivers and lakes. The bottle at the bottom is just the base to hold up the whole model. This bottle is our groundwater flow, and this is our surface runoff flow. So let's rein in bottle 1 for a few seconds. Now watch as the water infiltrates through the grass cover and percolates to the soil and the rock layers into the aquifer. But we have no runoff yet, and we have no groundwater flow yet. The amount of stormwater infiltration and surface runoff depend on the duration or time, the intensity or force, and quantity of our rain, as well as the type of permeable surface. So as I pour more water in bottle number 1 over a longer period of time and increase the quantity of water, I've actually added more water than my surface can absorb. So my infiltration rate did not increase, but I have surface water runoff, as you can see here, and I have some groundwater flow. Now let's pretend the processes of evaporation and condensation have already happened. Now the stormwater or precipitation process will happen in this urban watershed STEM model. Okay, here we have our STEM model of the urban water cycle. I have covered the permeable ground with a hard impermeable surface. So in an urban water cycle, most stormwater cannot infiltrate into the ground like it would in a natural water cycle. Streets, sidewalks, buildings, parking lots, homes, and schools are impermeable surfaces. Very little, if anything, was added to the groundwater or aquifer, but impermeable surfaces heavily increase surface runoff. See how the water quickly rose?
It's time for round 3. Let's go with the flow, starting with a 2-point bonus question.
In the STEM urban water cycle model, what happens to stormwater in an urban water cycle? A, nothing. B, infiltration heavily decreases and surface runoff heavily increases. Or C, all of the water infiltrates to the aquifer.
Oh, I like STEM. The answer is B. Yay.
What is stormwater? A, water from a hurricane only. B, water originating from rain, snow, or ice melt. C, a renewable resource. Or D, both B and C.
Rain, snow, and ice melt. Lock that in.
Oh, Westbrook, you were going too fast. You should always read every answer carefully. The answer is D, water originating from rain, snow, or ice, and a renewable resource. Permeable is an adjective that describes what? A, a material that liquids or gases can pass through. B, a surface that water cannot pass through. C, a table at a beauty shop where women get their hair permed and curled.
It's A, liquid that can pass through a permeable surface.
Awesome sauce!
That's the end of round 3. Join us again when we level up after this short break.
Did you know that Memphis has 2 separate sewer systems? It's called the MS4, which stands for Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System. The 2 parts are the sanitary sewer system and the stormwater drainage system. The difference is the source of the water and if we clean it or not. The sanitary sewer system takes used water from our sinks and flush toilets away from our homes and businesses through underground pipes to one of 2 wastewater treatment facilities that clean the sewage before it is discharged into a water body. The stormwater drainage system carries stormwater from rain events away from our homes and businesses, usually through storm drains connected to underground pipes straight to water bodies without treatment. The stormwater drainage system also includes channelized water bodies, natural water bodies like the rivers, and some of our man-made lakes and ponds. Stormwater is not cleaned or treated because only rain is supposed to go down the storm drain. But pollutants are in the path of rain, and people don't know that what goes in a drain goes to our rivers, and we have a problem. A watershed is an area of land where rain falls and drains to the same water body. Memphis has 3 major watersheds that drain to one of 3 rivers. Stormwater from this area eventually drains to the Loossahatchee River. Stormwater from this area drains to the Wolf River, and stormwater from this area drains to the Nonconnah Creek. All 3 of those water bodies drain to the Mississippi River, which drains to the Gulf of Mexico, which flows to the Atlantic Ocean. We are all connected by watersheds. This is a watershed model. We're going to pretend that this is Memphis, but you can see it's not the clean Memphis we work for. Some things have gone wrong. We've got excessive pesticides on a farm, trash and motor oil and pet waste in a neighborhood. We've got trash and oil stains on a school parking lot, too much fertilizer on a golf course and neighboring yards. We have a large construction site with lots of dirt and a large hill where trees have been cut down with more loose dirt, litter thrown from cars on the roads, and we've got 2 rivers that run to a bigger river here at the bottom. We're going to pretend that this is the Wolf River and this is Nonconnah Creek and this is the Mississippi River. Now let's make it rain. Remember, animals and people need clean water to be healthy. Water bodies are important parts of any environment. They need to stay clean for all living things. So this is where you can help. First, don't pollute. Please throw your trash in a garbage can and not on the ground or out the window. Remind others to do the same. That's one of the easiest and quickest ways you can help to keep our waterways clean and healthy. Second, if you think you see something bad in a waterway or someone polluting, be proactive. Contact the Stormwater Department because you can see how polluted our rivers and lakes can become. Remember how the Mississippi River flows to the Atlantic Ocean? All of the major rivers of the world drain to the ocean, and there are great garbage patches of swirling plastic in the ocean. Plastics can stay in the environment for up to 1,000 years. It's a problem in a lot of ways. Animals can eat plastic, and animals can't always get plastic litter off of them if it gets stuck on them. Ever since I saw that video of the sea turtle with the straw stuck up its nose, I stopped using all plastic straws. Now I use reusable items like metal straws, which leads me to a third thing you can do to prevent pollution. Reduce, recycle, and reduce, especially plastics. Use reusable grocery bags or reusable water bottles. Try buying biodegradable spoons and forks if you're not at home. We have some reusable items we can send to you if you mail us your request. So this brings me to sustainability and freshwater ecosystems. Freshwater ecosystems are aquatic ecosystems with very little salt content in the water, and one type is a wetland. Wetlands have fresh water that covers or saturates the soil, either temporarily or permanently. As with any other ecosystem, there is a natural balance of processes, functions, and interactions among living and non-living things. Wetlands have several beneficial functions, in addition to being great for recreation and observation. Wetlands are a great habitat for fish and wildlife to reproduce or nest in. Wetlands can absorb excess stormwater to help with flood control. Wetlands can help to recharge an aquifer. Wetland vegetation traps carbon that could be released as a climate change gas. And wetlands have specialized plants that absorb chemical pollution from the water before releasing it to a river or aquifer. Kind of like this celery stalk absorbing this food dye. Memphis is beginning to focus on new stormwater management solutions called green infrastructure, aka low impact development, that will help to keep our streams, lakes, rivers, and oceans clean and healthy for everybody. Some examples are rain gardens to act like mini wetlands to clean pollutants from our stormwater runoff, and buildings with green roofs to absorb and clean stormwater. A few businesses have permeable sidewalks and parking lots so that stormwater can still infiltrate into the ground like it's supposed to. I always think this is cool. As you guys get older, remember to work with the planet and use its resources sustainably so there's some left for future generations.
It's time for the final question. Welcome to the thunderstorm.
3 rivers enter, 1 river leaves and drains to the Gulf. Anybody else catch that? Westbrook and Nandi are tied at 3 points and Louise is waiting in at 2.
The final question is a 2-point bonus question for the win.
How will you help save the planet? A. Eating ice cream from vegetarian cows. B. Organizing your sock drawer. C. Being informed about environmental issues, making productive and fair sustainable choices for yourself and for everyone and everything on the planet.
Oh, I am going to get involved and be aware. The answer is C.
Louise
Yes,
Lusahatchee,
yes.
you're our new Go With The Flow champion of 2020. You just won a pollution-free vacation to the Atlantic Ocean.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to visit MemphisStormwater.com and learn more. Ask your teacher to contact me about the Stormwater Junior Water Warriors program just for middle school students.
And remember,
only rain down storm drain.